Where the fuck is Deino and Gible? I thought it was just me. Me and my bad luck, you know, I never get this and I never get that because I don't play the game a lot. But I've been walking, I've been running, I've been going out, I've been hatching eggs, I've been popping incense this week. I haven't been playing hardcore, but I've been playing, damn it, and I have not seen any Deino or Gible from my eggs. And I know it's not just me, because I just found this article yesterday. Pokemon Go players are having serious trouble hatching Deino and Gible, published on August 3rd. Here we go. Are Deino and Gible too rare? One trainer reported that between their account and 12 others, they failed to hatch a single Deino or Gible on day one. This was over 182 hatches too! 182 hatches! Niantic doesn't disclose hatch rates, so Pokemon Go players don't know how often to expect them. Clearly they're super rare though. Okay, see, Niantic, I went out and I defended you in my last video where I talked about, you know, was GoFest worth it 2020? I talked about how people were complaining about how they weren't getting a lot of shinies and how they were saying that makes it not worth the $15, so you shouldn't be basing how much an event is worth it on just shinies alone. And you know what? Now that we're seeing back-to-back issues with fucking drop rates, maybe we are onto something here. Because, I mean, this is twice in a row. So I don't know if this is just a glitch through the game where, you know, for some reason, the drop rates are coming out a lot lower than they're supposed to be. Maybe Deino is just, for some reason, it's very unfavorable that we're getting Deino. Or maybe, actually, Niantic has lowered the drop rates since previous events. A big conspiracy is that Dragon Week's Gible and Deino spawns are being significantly lowered to almost impossible drop rates so that Niantic can sell incubators. Listen to this. The issue is exacerbated by the fact a lot of trainers choose to actually buy additional incubators. At 150 to 200 Pokecoins for an egg incubator and super incubator respectively, they do not come cheap either. Let me just say, on average per week, I make 200 Pokecoins. Because the thing is, you can only get 50 coins per day, and here's the thing. If you attack a gym per day, and that gym happens to have your Pokemon in it for the maximum amount of, you know, coin time per day, because you have to have it in there for a certain amount of hours to get 50 coins. If you do that every single day, yeah, you'll get quite a bit of coins that week, but that never happens. You know, some people police gyms, and if you put something in there, 20 minutes later, it's gone. Either people in person or people who are fucking cheating. And then other times, your Pokemon will be in there for 3 days, and then on that third day, maybe you put someone else in a gym. So your Pokemon comes out of the gym, eats up all the coins for that day, and you can't get any other gym spawns for that day. And then the day you put that Pokemon in there, maybe that was the only gym you attacked, so you didn't get any coins for that day. You know, stuff, it works out like that. So me, on average, I get around 150 to 200 coins a week if I play a lot that week. This could cost up to $100 for 150 hatches. Guys, do not spend money on games you can play for free. Like, unless this is like, you have like a YouTube channel, this is like part of your livelihood, you live stream yourself playing Pokemon Go in person, or, you know, you have a lot of disposable income and this is like the only thing you really spend it on, just don't do it. I never do it, because shit like this happens. Other trainers understand that Niantic's goal is to make money, however, part of that is doing their best to encourage players to keep buying incubators. Are you fucking kidding me? Encourage players to keep buying incubators? So what? It's becoming pay to win now? This is the thing. I've always given Niantic credit for not putting Pokemon behind paywalls, not putting Stardust behind paywalls, not putting eggs behind paywalls, not doing loot boxes. The only thing is this: eggs are pretty much gotcha loot boxes. And by making us pay for incubators, what they're doing is basically they're creating kind of a loot box thing, because you're not paying for the egg, but you're paying for something to hatch the egg quicker, to make it more fair. So now that they're making us, you know, buy incubators for a slightly more fair chance of getting a Deino, because here's the thing, this is not a month-long event. You know what I mean? This isn't a month-long thing. This is a week. A week is not a ton of time if the spawn rates seem to be this freaking rare. You know what I mean? So it's essentially, if you want to get a Deino in an abundance, to get a lot of candies, or to get a good drop on it, you have to spend money on incubators, and you have to do a ton. You either have to do a ton of walking and a ton of gift opening, or you have to spend a lot of money on incubators and then gift open in the hopes that you can hatch as many 7K eggs as possible. I want to get back to that freaking 182 hatches on day one. Let's just do some quick math, all right? 182 divided by 13 accounts, that means 14 eggs hatched per each account, right? So each egg, each 7K egg is 7 kilometers. Now here's the thing, I'm assuming this person used super incubators. This month, everything's halved, right? So 7K divided by 2 is 3.5. Divide 3.5 by 2 again, 1.75 kilometers. I don't think it's right though. I think for me, it was, let me actually check in the app, but I think it was 2.3 for a super incubator, what it got actually put to. So I was right, it was 2.3. So let's assume that this is all these eggs are being hatched, 2.3 kilometers. That's the walk length. I'm gonna, give benefit of the doubt, lowest possible walk rate, because obviously that's probably how they hatched, 182 total. So that was 14 per account times 2.3. Get rid of that. That's 32.2 kilometers walked on day one per person. Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, do you know how much that is? That's like, I mean, I don't know the exact conversion, but that's anywhere from like 15 to freaking like, I don't know, like 20 freaking miles. So that's, you have to walk 20 miles per person, and these are the freaking rates that they got. Bagon, 39 hatched at 21%. Dratini, 21 Dratini hatched, that's 11% Dratinis were hatched. Horsey, 48 Horsies, 26% of the hatches. Swablu, 22 hatched, 12% of the hatches. Trapinch, 52 hatched, 28% of the hatches. So the dragon hatches, 60 dragon hatches at 33%. Not a single one was Deino or Gible. They hatched 182 eggs, no Deino, no Gible. That was day one. And some people might be saying like, oh, it was just day one. Well, here's an update on the 3rd. It's now the 5th. Update 8/3. The odds of hatching a Gible in particular seem to be higher than initially estimated, though the estimated odds of hatching a Deino remain basically abysmal. I think we might be onto something. It's possible that Niantic is slowly lowering the drop rates to get us to buy more incubators. And the thing is like, I don't understand why they have to do that. It's already hard enough to earn freaking coins in the game already to buy stuff. Like, if I want to go raiding, right? If I want to go raiding and I don't want to spend money in the game, I have to farm gyms for probably every day for like a month before that if I want to get a significant amount of raid passes. It is a ridiculous amount of time. If you want to do like 8 or 9 raids on a legendary raid day, you have to spend money. Like, you already have to spend money in the game if you're a hardcore player. So I really don't understand the need to make it this impossibly hard to catch a Deino or a Gible. And it would be one thing if they spawned in the wild. They don't even spawn in the wild. Other than GoFest, I had never, ever seen a Gible or a Deino in the game before ever. As of right now, the general consensus seems to be that Gible and Deino, the spotlight hatches of this event, seem to have a roughly 0.5% chance of hatching from 7K eggs. Are you kidding me? That is an expected 30,000 coin average cost to hatch either of these Pokemon using only basic 150 coin incubators. So people are estimating that at these drop rates on average, you'd have to be spending hundreds of dollars. And here's the thing, this is not even really an event. It's just a featured Pokemon week. It's not a community day. It's not GoFest. It's something we unlocked because of GoFest. It's a week-long thing where they just changed what kind of Pokemon are spawning in the wild. There's just more dragon and flying type Pokemon. And we're expected to spend this much money? I don't know. This is a strike for me, for Niantic. I don't know about y'all, but this is a freaking strike in my book. In addressing this issue, the fact absolutely has to be brought up for fairness' sake. Niantic is a corporate entity of business. As such, their prime goal is to maximize the profit of their intellectual property. They're here to make money, and no reasonable player begrudges them for that. So that combined with the fact that, you know, the other article was saying that Niantic has to, you know, encourage us to spend money on their incubators as much as possible. This is where I personally do not like mobile games and the whole microtransaction stuff, is that, yeah, it's like I have gone most of my time, because I have self-control. That's not to make fun of anyone else who spends a lot of money in games. I'm just saying some people don't have self-control when it comes to spending money in games. But again, so I have self-control. I don't spend a lot of money in mobile games. I don't do it. Even in like regular games, I like to save my money. I try to be smart with it. I've been pretty good about not buying coins, and I'm not going to be forced into spending money for something that's not even like a major event. It's just, we're gonna change the spawns in the wild a little bit for this week. Fuck that. I hope y'all do the same. Do not spend hundreds of dollars on incubators. That's what people on the Sylph Road are apparently saying. Save your fucking money. Do not let... I think for the first time, we should be demanding that Niantic gives us these drop rates. You know, before this whole Dragon Week controversy, I didn't really care that they didn't disclose the rates. I don't think it really mattered. The only thing it could really do is like people would, you know, see it and be like, oh, that's so low, make it higher. Oh, that's so low, make it higher. And just keep hounding Niantic until they put it up to like 20%. It's just a recipe for disaster. But at this point, with how rare these fucking spawns are getting and how much people are being basically forced to buy incubators, we should at least know what we're getting into at this point. Other gacha games such as Pokemon Masters always list the odds of every given prize in-game and the substantial clarity. This allows players to at least make informed choices as to how much they want to spend. Did you spend $100 trying for the big prize this weekend? Well, you knew that there was a 2% chance with every try, so it looks like you just had bad luck. And this is where it kind of balances out, because there's video games I've seen that are extremely scummy with, like, you know, the gambling and loot boxes, and like they have, you know, you buy like a loot box card pack and you see like the card spin around in a circle and it slowly lands on that one card to make it look random, but at least those games like actually release the percentages. You know, Niantic doesn't necessarily have loot boxes. That's kind of what the eggs are, is their loot boxes, except you don't pay for eggs, but you can pay for incubators, so you're still kind of paying for the eggs indirectly. But they don't tell you the drop rates. And for something like a Dragon Week event where no one's catching anything, it's like, I personally would like them to release the drop rates. I think this could clear up a lot of the conspiracies. Maybe the luck of the entire player base is just so insanely bad, but I doubt it. I really do. I freaking doubt it. I think that they lowered the freaking drop rates lower than they usually do, and it is probably near impossible. Probably not 0.5% at this point on the August 5th, but at least early on in the week, I think they made it near impossible to catch a Deino. Do not be afraid to push back against Niantic against this. This is something I didn't touch on in my Pokemon Go Fest video, but it's okay to complain about certain things, you know? Now, don't get me wrong, like for me, I just thought it was unfair that people were complaining about, you know, oh, $15 and I didn't get enough shinies. I thought that was a little bit ridiculous to say, like, to tell other players that it was a waste of money and that they shouldn't waste their money because you only went into it for shinies. I didn't think that was fair, but this person says this: before anyone says anything, I'm not complaining about the lack of Deino Gible. I know how Niantic events work as well as RNG. It's okay. It's okay to complain about this stuff. Dude, if we never complained about certain things in games, they would just walk all over us. Think about the amount of stuff, if gamers didn't push back, that companies could get away with. EA, what they could get away with. Niantic hasn't been super scummy so far with Pokemon Go, but they're getting there. Like, if they keep going down this road, the next thing I see them doing is, having featured Pokemon of the week. Like, you can pay 500 to 1,000 coins and get, you know, a super rare Pokemon this week or something. I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head that people never see in the wild, but... Or they could put 10K eggs behind paywalls. Or they could put Stardust behind paywalls. These are things that they could do, but they haven't done yet. But I think if they keep going down this road, they might get there. Because the shiny rate was boosted on it from, normal days, but it was apparently lower than previous Go Fests. And now Dragon Week has pathetic drop rates for Deino and Gible. Pokemon we never get to see. And after Dragon Week, probably, again, we'll never get to see that much unless you live in a super densely populated area or you get extremely lucky from your incubators or in the wild. So that's it, that's enough ranting. There is only a few days left in Dragon Week, so I'm gonna get out today and try and get a fucking Deino because I want a Deino. Damn it, I'm gonna get a Gible and I'm gonna get a Deino this week, so help me God. Leave in the comments below if you personally have not experienced these poor drop rates. Maybe on day one it was bad and as we went through the week it was slowly gonna get better, I don't know. But yeah, let me know about how the Deino and Gible hatching rates are for you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good day, everybody.